Hey guys, if you're ever thinking about maybe renovating or remodeling your house, or whether it might make more sense just to sell the house as is and avoid all the hassle, we're going to show you how to do that.
I'm Brent Bagley.
And I'm Greg Kersner, and we're with Resideum.
And this house behind us, we're going to walk you through. It's mainly a cosmetic flip we're going to be doing, and we'll show you exactly what we're going to do, and at the end, how much this job is going to cost us.
And when you find out how much it costs, then you'll have that information to know whether or not, hey, I should do this myself, or I don't want to mess with this. So come on, let's go take a look, and we'll quiz you at the end.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're in the kitchen. Not much we're going to do in here. We're going to leave the cabinets the way we've got them, but
yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're not terrible. Yeah. They're actually nice wood cabinets.
Solid wood cabinets, yeah.
So the big thing in the kitchen is going to be to remove this bar right here to my left, take it all out, and the fridge is going to, why it's placed here I have no idea, but we're going to move the fridge over to this wall and just open up the kitchen a little more because this space, this really isn't needed.
It's a waste, and this thing's like a lost sailor out there, so.
Yeah.
Now the appliances, we're keeping the appliances, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the power's off right now, so we don't know, as you can tell with the lights, while we have the lights right in here, there is no power to the house because it was hit by a tornado, and we are having to get a permit to get the electric back on.
Now, while you're keeping score, let's revisit. We are taking this out, moving the fridge, but we're keeping the cabinets.
Yes.
And we're keeping the appliances. What about the countertops?
As far as I know, we probably are going to keep the countertops the way they are.
Okay.
They kind of tie in with the cabinets. We may replace those, but we haven't made a definite decision yet on how we're going to do it.
It's going to be hard for them to figure out the final rehab without knowing whether they're doing cabinets and
I
cabinets.
know.
But that's fine. Let's assume we're keeping them. So the kitchen is going to be basically the way it is except for the demo.
Yes.
And we're doing flooring.
Yes.
Right. Throughout the house, we're going to do flooring.
All
we're
new
going to do
floors.
luxury vinyl tile flooring.
Yes.
Throughout the house. So one of the other major things that we've got to address is this crazy toilet in the laundry room. This house is a master on the main, but other than the master on the main bathroom, there is no toilet other than like a random toilet in the laundry room. So you got to see this, and then we'll show you what our solution is for it. All right, we're here in the laundry room, and it is a laundry room doubling as a powder room. So I don't know, but if you're watching TV, you got to get up and go to the bathroom during a commercial. This is where it's all going to happen. This is really not working for me. So we're going to come up with a better solution, a better powder room solution. And also just on the cosmetics, you can kind of pivot and see that they had a dog, and it must have been a big one, and he was chewing a lot of stuff, including doors. Yes. So when you're keeping score, we're replacing all of the doors in the house as well. You want to show the garage, Brent?
Yeah. All right. So now we're in the garage. Mainly the big thing in here is going to be to paint the floors. We're replacing the garage doors, the walls, and the ceiling. So just some minor cosmetics out here. We don't have to, good thing is we don't have to change the water heater, hopefully. There is a tankless water heater already here, and it's actually a good model. So this should work, and we won't have to worry about replacing that.
What about the room up there? Are we doing anything on that?
No. So we have no plans to really do anything to the bonus room above the garage. It's studded, but
we don't even know if it would bear weight, right?
No.
So in here it's just cosmetics. We got to fix the hole and the stains and paint.
Yep.
And you said garage doors. So as you're keeping score at home, painting, fixing the drywall, and replacing a couple of aluminum garage doors.
Yep.
Right?
That's it.
Okay. Let's go check out the master.
Yes.
That one needs a little work. So before we get to the master, I wanted to kind of pause here and also mention to you, we talked about replacing flooring before. Yep. One of the things that you can't really appreciate about the house on video without the ability to smell is the floors and the pet stains that are emanating from it. So in addition to just doing replacement of the floors, we may have to do some kind of chemical treat to make it smell all flowery again, right?
Yeah.
And then we talked about the powder room problem. So how are we going to solve that problem, Brent?
So that problem's going to be solved for right over here. When you first walk in the house, there's this big closet, and we're actually going to be converting this closet into the a half bath or a powder room, however you want to call it.
It's about the same size, and it's going to work out. So we'll have the vanity on one side and,
and the toilet
on the other side.
And the plan is to have the vanity there and the toilet over here to the right.
Great. And that's going to really come in handy to have that powder room on the main that's definitely missing.
Yes.
We'll do the stairs last. Let's go over the master and talk about that, right?
Yes.
Before we do, though, we have a little, I would say, non-cosmetic work. It's some structural work.
Yes.
The tornado did sort of do a little damage to the chimney chase, and you can kind of see that some of the moisture and water from that is evidenced here. So when we get outside, you'll be able to see what work we have to do on it. Not a ton, but cosmetically, we've got some drywall.
Yep.
We're doing painting.
Yeah.
Some of the windows along the front of the house we're going to be doing.
We are going to be changing out the fireplace, though.
Okay.
These doors are going to go, and we are going to fix this.
Okay, so yeah, put that in the ledger as far as repairs are concerned. So we've got flooring, we've got paint, we've got repairs to the chimney, we've got windows along the front, and this is the master. Again, it is in need of a lot of work. One of the things that you can kind of see if you stick your head in here is that the master bath is pretty nice from a tile point of view and that high rail, but it just needs to be cleaned up, and we're going to take care of that. That's a little troubling.
All right, so now we're upstairs. We're going to come into the first bedroom here. As you'll see, again, not much to do. Carpets, we don't have the stains up here like we do downstairs, which is good. Light fixtures, of course, changing out the doors, painting trim. Newish window, so we don't have to replace the window up here. So,
yeah, so not much here, just basic cosmetics, paint, carpet, right?
Yes.
Doors.
Doors.
And then we've got a little bit of work to do in this upstairs bathroom,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Are we keeping the cabinets, or are we replacing the cabinets, do you know?
It looks like, I think we're probably going to keep the cabinets since they match the ones in the kitchen downstairs, but we're probably going to replace that countertop and
Yep.
of course redo the flooring. Probably going to have to redo that shower door, new toilet,
New flooring.
new fixtures, new plumbing fixtures.
New light fixtures, right?
Yes, new light
Throughout.
fixtures
So
again
put that on
throughout.
the list too, light fixtures.
All right, so this is the last bedroom that we've got. This house is a 3-2. I don't know if we've said that before. Master on the main, 2 upstairs. with
Yeah,
a-
and the bedrooms are equally sized essentially.
Yes. Yep.
So in here, again, it's going to be carpet, it's going to be paint, light fixtures,
Light
I think
fixtures.
we mentioned out there.
Yes.
If the windows are new or newer, we're keeping them. There's only a few on the front that are
we have-
maybe original
Yes.
single pane that we'll replace. So if you're keeping score, again, just cosmetics up here, paint, carpet primarily, and just a little drywall work.
All right.
But
Yes.
we have a lot outside to go look at, so we
Yes.
want to make sure you keep that on the ledger as well as you're adding up our costs. So let's go outside.
Let's go out,
shall
we? Yep. All right, so now we are outside. We're on the back deck. Now out here, we're gonna have to replace a good bit of wood. There's some wood rot on the floor, especially on that lower level to the left down there. Hopefully we can keep the railing if there's not any rot in it, so we shouldn't have to replace everything out here. And then we've got siding, you'll see, that was blown off by wind damage from the tornado. We've got gutters. Good news is there's a brand new roof, so we don't have to replace that. And if you'll pivot around to you can see the chimney. There's a good bit of damage there, which we talked about when we were inside. We've got to, fix that. Anything I'm missing, Greg?
No, I think you got it covered. Again, the one thing we'll say with regard to the vinyl siding is that we aren't going to do something different with it. We're going to replace what's missing and keep what's there,
Yep.
and then paint it. So we have a process to paint vinyl so that if, for example, when we replace the missing vinyl, with new vinyl and it doesn't potentially match, which is highly likely,
Yeah.
we have the ability to paint all of the vinyl so that it will all blend in well.
Yes.
And so that'll be an interesting process and certainly saves us a lot of money as it compares to doing hardy plank or replacing it with new vinyl all the way around.
Yes, that's true.
So other than that, really I think we're going to have a little bit of money in landscape just to kind of clean it up before we put it back on the market to sell. But otherwise, you've seen everything we're planning on doing. And in a moment, we're going to give you the list of things we're going to do in the house so you can add them up in your head, and then we're going to tell you what it's actually going to cost us to do so that you can decide if this was your house, whether you would fix it or you'd sell it as is. Okay, so Brent, we've given them all the list of items that we're going to do.
Yeah.
We've shown them. So how much is it going to cost to do?
This job we've currently got budgeted at $65,000.
$65,000.
Yes.
All right, so we are in our office now and the project has wrapped up, and we wanted to get back to you and sort of report on what our final numbers look like. Remember that our budget was $65,000 and we ended up a little above that, right?
Yeah.
So to refresh your memory on the $65,000 budget, a lot of it was interior and exterior painting, siding, drywall, electrical, flooring, and HVAC. We had to do a little bit of deck repair, and we had some plumbing when we were adding the bath, right? So Brent, what happened and where did we go over budget?
A few of the big items that we had to do that actually made our budget increase was the deck. We had to actually replace it instead of repair it. The county came out and said that it wasn't to code, so that wasn't expected. The chimney was more damaged by the tornado than we originally thought, so it was actually coming away from the house. That was around $7,300. We didn't budget enough for landscape. We had to do a little additional there, and then once we had it under contract, the buyer actually requested us to do some repairs. It was around $4,800. So those are the big things that actually made our budget increase.
I gotcha. So overall, our budget was originally $65,000, and where did it end up?
84.
At $84,000. Okay. So that's significant. That's almost $20,000 more than we had budgeted for it. And honestly, those were things that we really couldn't allocate for. Mm-hmm. These are things that are going to happen a lot. So one of the things I would say is if you're a homeowner, you're thinking about fixing up your house, it's the devil that you don't know that hurts you sometimes. Mm-hmm. So if this seems like a lot of risk and the stress of borrowing a certain amount of money, then having to go get more money or get it from friends or family, or you don't have it, maybe you consider selling the house as is, and Resideum would be a great opportunity. We would love to buy it from you. Mm-hmm. And take the house as is, and that way you get your cash and you're out without having to worry about all of this blowing your budget. So again, if you're thinking about selling your house or doing this and it seems scary, call Resideum, just click on the link below and we'll get you an offer, all cash, within 24 hours. I'm Greg.
I'm Brent.
And we're with Resideum.